What is up, YouTube? It's your boy Wokey Bucks, and I'm back again with another video. So the topic that I'll be discussing in this video today is in regards to the vaccines that have been released to cure the pandemic. I've made previous videos before talking about why you should be careful for this vaccine coming out, why you should be cautious about this pandemic, right? The one thing that you guys have to understand is that all of these are manipulation tactics by the government to be able to control your mindset, to control your reality. You cannot buy into the nonsense that the government is feeding you. The world government is feeding you a bunch of nonsense in order to be able to control your reality, right? So the one thing you have to ask yourself is, are you going to fall victim to the nonsense that they're promoting? Or are you going to be part of the woke ones that are out of the society, even though you're physically in it, and escape the matrix? A lot of people think that they know what's going on in this world, but are very, very lost. That's why I keep trying to tell you guys have to make sure that you open your third eye, right? And I'm not talking about it being open in its literal sense, because all of our third eyes are open, but not all of us can see from it. So when I say open your third eye, I mean see from your third eye. See the truth about this life, right? Use the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding that the Lord God gave you to be able to escape this matrix and know the truths about life. The world government is at hand to destroy us. They don't want us to know the truth. They want us to continuously sleep in this matrix. Are you going to allow these people to continuously control your reality when they don't care about you and all they want to do is eliminate you? Look at all of the negative things that have happened this year. Mind me, today is December 19th, 2020. We are 11 days away or 12 days away from the start of the new year. 2020 is over. This was just a demo. Next year, you are really going to see what this vaccine is going to do, right? This vaccine, you guys don't know what the contents are in this vaccine. This vaccine is meant to continuously manipulate and control you to their standards. They're going to make this vaccine mandatory before you can go back to work, in the sense that you have to make sure that you take this vaccine before you can go back to school, before you can go back to work, before you can be in public places. This is serious. Whatever the situation may be, do not take this vaccine without knowing the contents of what is inside this vaccine. Because this vaccine is meant to continuously manipulate you and destroy you. Do not fall victim to the nonsense that they're spreading in society. They don't want you to succeed. Look at all of the negative things that have happened this year. From the pandemic starting, to the tragic deaths that we've experienced this year, to the murder hornets, to the power outages in regards to the wind and everything, to most especially the racial injustices. Why do you think they created the concept known as race? To divide the human species against one another. Right? Here in this country, in the United States, right? In this society, whites versus blacks, or blacks versus whites, or blacks versus Hispanics, or Hispanics versus Asians. They did all of that to divide the human species amongst each other, right? We all have different cultural and ethnic backgrounds in which we come from, but they don't want us to embrace it. They don't want us to embrace it, right? And they want you to think that one race should be superior over the other races, or vice versa. That's not how life is supposed to be, man. We are all human. We bleed the same. We use the bathroom the same. We are human beings. We are one human race, not different races, right? Stop buying into the BS and the nonsense that these people are feeding into your heads. And the reason you guys are believing the nonsense is because you guys pay attention and watch social media too much. Y'all literally pay attention and watch social media too much. Stop listening to what they're telling you on the news, because the news is biased towards the people that are telling you that information. It's not facts, or it's not a fact. Same thing with social media. Social media is meant to cause you to become more depressed and sad and feel like you have to live your lifestyle based off of somebody else. But everybody is different. We are not all the same. Our destinies are not all the same. Our callings are not all the same. Why are you living your life to please somebody else? Why are you living your life to somebody else's expectations when you should be living your life to become the best version of yourself every single day? Every single day you should be trying to improve. Every single day you should be trying to get better so you can become the greatest version of yourself. From the minute that you wake up to the minute that you sleep, you should be trying to improve. But how can you improve when you're worried about something that is not in relation to how you can become better? How can you improve when you are focusing on what another man is trying to do instead of focusing on what you should be trying to do? How? Please, I'm curious. Tell me how. How? Because it's not possible. A lot of us have things in life that we are called for. Instead of us wasting our energy, instead of us wasting our time and focusing on things that are not going to yield us any type of success, let's stop wasting our time and focus on the things that matter. Let's focus on the things that matter. Let's focus on the things that are going to yield us success, right? And success is relative to the next person. But you have to understand one thing at the end of the day. You will never become successful the way you want to become successful if you don't focus on the things that are going to yield you that success, right? Stop focusing on things that don't matter and focus on the things that are going to yield you success. A lot of us have dreams. A lot of us have passions. A lot of us have ambitions. But the reason we don't get to the place that we need to get to is because a lot of us don't let those things motivate us as much as we need to. Even some of us don't even have a dire passion. A lot of us don't have a dire desire to be able to get out of the situation that we're comfortable in. Yes, that we're comfortable in. A lot of us are comfortable being average. A lot of us are comfortable being fat. A lot of us are comfortable not making enough money. But you don't realize that for you to be able to level up in your life, you have to become comfortable being uncomfortable. You have to want to work that extra shift at work. You have to want to put more time in the gym to be able to get your body in shape. Right? You have to want to grow spiritually so you can be able to understand the nonsense that goes on in this world and be able to conquer it and become woke. This takes work. All of this takes work. You will never get there unless you start to put in the work every single day. Every single day. Every single day you should be putting in work. There's no excuse. Whether it's you making more money, whether it's you getting in the gym, whether it's you eating healthy, whether it's you trying to grow spiritually, mentally, physically, in every single aspect you need to grow. Because if you don't grow, you will only remain stagnant. And trust me, after a while, if you're remaining stagnant, you're going to revert back to your old ways. You're going to revert back to your old ways. You have to be growing every single minute of every single day. It will not work unless you are growing. Right? It doesn't even matter if you have to use something or somebody else to motivate you, even though obviously you don't want to make it into a competition. But the problem that most of us have is that we see our fellow man or we see our fellow woman becoming successful. Or that person has already achieved success. Right? And we use it as a weapon. We use it as a utility to become more jealous of that person. Why are you jealous of your fellow man? And why are you jealous of your fellow woman when you can do something that is very similar to what they're doing and yield your own success? The reason you're jealous is because you don't want to put in the work like they've put in. That's why you're jealous. That is why you're jealous. You don't want to put in the work like they've put in. You get my point? Yes, it's not going to be easy, but you have to be willing to go through those nights where things aren't easy, the days where things aren't easy, where you don't have as much food on the table, where you don't have enough money in your bank account, when you have to go to the gym to shower, when you have to go to different people's homes to shower. It doesn't matter. Life isn't going to always be easy, but you know what? You have to be willing to get uncomfortable and do what it takes in order to survive. Because the thing you have to understand in this life is that no one's going to have you the way you have yourself. And if you are not putting in that work to become successful, you are only going to fail time in and time out, time in and time out, and time in and time out. A lot of people in this life that see you trying to become successful are preying on your downfall. Know that right now. In fact, I'm going to say that again, right? A lot of people that you know in this life that see you on your road to success are preying on your downfall. Don't fall victim to it. This is going to be the end of this video. This is Wokey Bucks signing out.